Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. First tonight, terrorism striking on Palm Sunday. A pair of attacks in Egypt leave at least 44 people dead and more than 100 others injured. The Islamic State now claiming responsibility for both attacks. ABC's Alex Marquardt is in Beirut with more.
One of the holiest days of the year ending in tragedy. Palm Sunday services in Egypt torn apart by explosions. Dozens killed in two separate terror attacks, both targeting the Coptic Christian community. ISIS now claiming responsibility. It started at St. George's Church in Tanta, just north of Cairo. This photo taken just minutes before the first blast, showing a full congregation inside. The explosion right in the middle of the packed pews. Cameras focused on the choir, capturing the moment of detonation. Much of the aftermath so graphic it can't be shown. But the damage clear around the altar, littered with debris, the walls pitted and blackened by the blast. As survivors tried to rescue the dead and wounded, a second blast at the Coptic church in Alexandria. Captured on surveillance cameras, officials say the bomber tried to get through the entrance of St. Mark's Cathedral, police there turning him away. He then blows himself up in front of a metal detector. Surviving worshippers holding palm leaves, stained with blood. This man says people were waiting inside the church when everything went black. He passed out, then awoke, and saw several bodies. Leaders around the world condemning the attacks, including Pope Francis, asking the world to pray during his Palm Sunday Mass at the Vatican, President Trump on Twitter, and Senate Minority Leader Charles Schumer.
And to blow up some Christian churches on Palm Sunday in Egypt is just despicable. It shows that we have to redouble our efforts against ISIS.
Show of solidarity on a day so full of sorrow. Alex Marquardt, ABC News, Beirut.
And terrorism also on the top of people's minds in Stockholm, Sweden. Christians gathered for Palm Sunday 2 days after a deadly truck attack killed 5 people. Leaders now urging tolerance for refugees and immigrants. The 39-year-old suspect was an asylum seeker known to police. Police have also announced a second arrest, but the details of that have yet to be released. Here at home, the Palmetto Police Department are investigating a fatal pedestrian crash. Around 9:53 a.m., an off-duty Palmetto police officer responded to the scene outside the Carriage Court Motel on 8th Avenue West in Palmetto, providing CPR to a victim along with a Bradenton PD officer. EMS arrived minutes later and pronounced 50-year-old Patricia Rivera dead on scene. According to police, Rivera was crossing the street from west to east when she was struck by a silver Buick Rendezvous traveling the speed limit. After investigation, police determined the driver was not at fault. Rivera's 3 children and brother live in New York, and they were notified by police. She also has a boyfriend here in town. Despite this tragedy, the number of pedestrians killed on roadways has reportedly decreased in Florida and on the Sun Coast. According to a recent report from the Governor's Highway Safety Association, Sarasota County had at least 10 reported traffic fatalities last year. That's down from 13 in 2015. Charlotte County had about 3 deaths, and overall Florida is among 15 states seeing a decrease in pedestrian fatalities. Florida and 3 other states make up 42% of last year's deaths, and Florida had 636 total. Meanwhile, in South County, the Charlotte County Sheriff's Office is looking to advise drivers about special traffic enforcement locations that will be coming up next week. The areas are listed on your screen. Speed enforcement will be on Veterans Boulevard in Port Charlotte and Burnt Store Road in Punta Gorda. Traffic light enforcement will be along US 41 in Port Charlotte. The traffic enforcement areas are based upon citizen complaints, traffic crash statistics, and speed studies. It'll be taking place throughout next week from April 10th through the 14th. The new Siesta Breeze trolley has been so successful, the Siesta Key Chamber of Commerce and Sarasota County Area Transit are looking at the possibility of extending that service. But more trolleys means even more money. ABC 7's Erica Jackson is joining us live from Siesta Key. And Erica, would passengers have to start paying for this service if it is extended past its 6-month trial period?
Adam, according to the chair of the Siesta Key Chamber of Commerce, the answer is probably not. He tells us that requiring riders to pay for this service would be a last resort. And now the Chamber of Commerce and Sarasota County Area Transit are exploring possibilities to continue the service past September. The groups are considering possible grants from federal agencies and FDOT. Right now, the Sarasota County Tourist Development Tax can't be used for a trolley, but the chamber wants to find out why and possibly change that rule. Some of the ideas coming from the chamber are creative.
There's bus routes in Sarasota County that are unproductive, and perhaps the reorganization of the current bus system.
Coming up tonight at 11, we'll talk to some Siesta Key officials and find out why they are looking to officials on Anna Maria Island in Manatee County to explore different options for finding funding and continuing this service. Reporting live on Siesta Key, I'm Erica Jackson. Adam, back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you, Erica, and great timing on that live shot, the trolley there right behind her. A follow-up tonight on a water main break in Venice that prompted a boil water advisory. Repairs to that water main break are complete, but residents on the island of Venice are still under a boil water advisory. The city urging people to either boil water or use bottled water for drinking and cooking. The advisory has been in effect since yesterday afternoon when that water main broke at the Venice train depot. However, the boat ramp, train depot area, and bike trail are all back in operation. Dozens of boats on the water this afternoon for the Sculling Championship Youth Tournament hosted by the Florida Scholastic Rowing Association. 850 athletes from 34 teams across Florida competed. The finals are qualifying events for high school rowing teams looking to compete at the FSRA's national competition. Winners will move on to the U.S. Rowing Youth Nationals. It's an event many young rowers say they train all year to prepare for, and an experience that brings everybody closer together.
Since I'm with my team all the time, 6 days a week, 4 hours a day, it's more like a family, not even a team anymore. So when I win, it's like we're all winning.
This was the 8th year Nathan Benderson Park has hosted that tournament. The Suncoast Blood Bank not only saves lives but helps those looking to further their educations. Applications are out for the Suncoast Blood Bank Scholarship Program. High school seniors who have donated a minimum of 3 units of blood and volunteer at least 30 hours at the bank can apply. Average awards can be as high as $500. To learn how to apply, just go to mysuncoast.com and click on the links that we mentioned. Applications are due on April 14th. Beautiful day here on the Suncoast. Unfortunately, I was not out to enjoy it, but Wendy, you said you made it a point to enjoy that weather
I
today.
did. I made sure to be outdoors today. It was just one of those spectacular days. Once again, that high pressure continues to dominate our forecast, and that's bringing us plenty of sunshine. And as you can see all around the state of Florida, we are looking at very nice conditions right now, although we do have a fire danger because it is so dry out there. And so we've seen wildfires breaking out in places like Tampa, Orlando, Miami. We're seeing it all around the state. And so far, we're not looking at any rain showers developing for our area. We could use the rain, but we're not seeing any. And just a couple of stray showers have shown up around the Fort Myers region. We'll let you know what we can expect for this work week coming up. And that's all going to be in just a few minutes. Adam.
All right, thank you very much, Wendy. New tonight, an important recall alert for those of you who buy salads from Walmart. A dead bat was found inside a bag of Fresh Express organic market-side spring mix in a Florida store. The company has not said which store that bag with the dead bat came from, but 2 people were reportedly eating out of the salad before the bat was found inside. The recalled 5-ounce salads are sold at Walmart stores across the southeastern region of the country. There is no reports of illness or whether or not that bat had rabies. The CDC, FDA, and Florida Department of Health are investigating the incident. Hundreds of handmade crafts were on display this afternoon for the annual Downtown Sarasota Arts and Craft Festival. Local artisans showing off everything from jewelry and pottery to ceramics and photography. Clothes and paintings also on sale. The event is a great opportunity to see the creativity of some of our Suncoast residents as well as show some support.
Creativity for me is where it's at.
Yeah, and the people here are definitely creative. We usually come to these things yearly, but And I keep thinking, we've seen it all, but it's not true. You know, there's some people coming up with a new take, a new idea.
There was also a green market with plants and flowers, and this is the 15th year of the festival. Still to come here on ABC 7, several brush fires burning thousands of acres across Florida. The natural cause fire officials are blaming for this spread and how they're working to contain it. Plus the latest from Augusta, Georgia, an update on the final round of the Masters tournament. We'll be right back.
Sarasota Magazine and PNC Wealth Management present the Best of Sarasota Soiree at Selby Gardens on April 24th.
It's an evening to sip, savor, and celebrate Sarasota Manatee's Best of Winners.
This year will be full of Warhol-inspired surprises, entertainment, and a tribute to those representing the best in our community.
Come join ABC 7 for all the fun.
Get your tickets today at sarasotamagazine.com.
But is it? It's really just the beginning, right? Have you written a book and want it published but don't know where to start? You're not alone. Page Publishing cuts through the confusion that most new authors face, like copyright protection, barcodes, printing, and digital uploading. We will get your book into bookstores now. We guide you through the publishing maze and help you distribute and sell your work in hard copy and ebook formats. That's right, we will digitize and place your book for sale on Amazon, Apple iBooks, and Google, offering it to millions. Don't waste another minute. Most publishers won't even look at new author submissions, but we're different. We review your book and provide you feedback in about a week. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, our team gets you into bookstores fast.
Call for your free author submission kit at 800-425-5308.
What Florida city is best known for spaceflight?
Cape Carnival.
Cape Carnival? Close enough. What condiment includes vinegar, molasses, and anchovies?
Westchester sauce.
Close enough. And now, a word from our sponsors.
One-off from the Florida Lottery. Now available for pick 2, 3, 4, and 5 games. Miss by one on any or all numbers and still win.
What does it mean when New South Window says Factory Direct?
It means we have a factory. It means we eliminate the middleman.
It means you get an award-winning, energy-efficient window at factory direct pricing.
Plus, New South windows are made in Florida.
Port Florida Home.
By Florida workers. Because we know Florida weather.
Right now, buy 2 windows, get the 3rd free, plus our lifetime warranty. New South Window, we manufacture, we install, we guarantee. Call now.
Another court date this week for a former Punta Gorda police officer on trial for murder. A criminal arraignment is scheduled for Lee Cole. He is being charged with manslaughter in the death of 73-year-old Mary Knowlton. Last August, Cole fatally shot the retired librarian on accident during a Citizens Academy lesson last week. Cole filed an appeal to get his job back with the police department. He is expected to get a hearing with the city manager to discuss that appeal on April 20th. New details tonight about a deadly shooting at a luxury fitness club in South Florida. Miami-Dade police say the shooter was fired from that gym earlier in the day due to workplace violence. He returned later in the afternoon with a gun. The 2 employees he shot did not survive their injuries yesterday. Police also say the victims were deliberately targeted and that shooting was not random. Tonight, mixed signals from the Trump administration on the long-term strategy for dealing with Syria, all in the wake of the president's order to fire missiles at an air base in the country. ABC's David Wright has more.
New bombing in Syria. The regime of Bashar al-Assad defiant even after those U.S. airstrikes. The airfield struck by 59 American missiles back up and running. Syria's Russian-made fighter bombers armed for battle. And the rebel-held region that was the target of last week's horrific chemical attack, targeted by warplanes again. So, what impact did the U.S. attack have?
What happened this week was really one of the president's finest hours. He won't stop here. If he needs to do more, he will do more.
UN Ambassador Nikki Haley suggested regime change may now be a goal for the Trump administration.
We don't see a peaceful Syria with Assad in there.
But Secretary of State Rex Tillerson wouldn't go there on This Week.
And we're asking and calling on Bashar al-Assad to cease the use of these weapons. Other than that, there is no change to our military posture.
The president's new national security advisor tried to clear things up.
Well, both Secretary Tillerson and Ambassador Haley are right about this. There has to be a degree of simultaneous activity.
Even members of the president's own party are confused.
I'm concerned, and there seems to be a difference between what Ambassador Haley is saying, as she said last night, that Assad really has no future, and what I heard this morning from Secretary Tillerson.
Today, the military commanders defending the Assad regime threatened reprisals for any future U.S. attacks. A joint statement from Russia, Iran, and Hezbollah said the United States crossed red lines by attacking Syria, adding, Russia and Iran will not allow the United States to be the only superpower in the world. This week, Secretary Tillerson heads to Moscow, hoping to mend fences with the Russians. David Wright, ABC News, Palm Beach.
Here in Florida, there is a battle to put out raging wildfires. New brush fires broke out across the state overnight, causing evacuations. In Tallahassee, more than 500 acres of brush has burned. And just outside of Orlando, a 165-acre brush fire prompted authorities to evacuate a Girl Scout camp. It's one of 20 blazes in the area. And down in Miami, a fire has been burning since Wednesday and has grown to nearly 7,000 acres.
It's like it's snowing in Florida. The ashes is falling from the sky. It's time to get out of here.
A serious lack of rainfall is also pushing parts of the state into a moderate or severe drought. So, Wendy, we could use you to cook up a little rain here.
Yeah, that's what everybody needs right now. And we've been enjoying this delightful weather that we've experienced all weekend long. It's really been quite lovely, but we do pay a price for that in the form of these fires. And of course, there is a high alert right now for our area as well, because the danger of wildfires is certainly very great. And we do not have any rain on the horizon. So what we did have today was very warm temperatures. We were forecasting a high of 80 degrees today. We only got up to 85 instead. And so you can see it was very, very warm today. 55 was the overnight low. And normally we are at 61 and 80 degrees. So we are a far cry from normal, no matter which way you're looking at it. And as you can see all around the state, we saw temperatures in the 70s and 80s. Down in Fort Myers and Naples, they were just a little bit over the 85-degree mark. And as you can see for our area, many places reported temperatures in the low 80s, closer to what we were forecasting yesterday. But at the airport, that's the one that goes down in the record books. And so 85 degrees is what we're going to have for our daytime high today, officially recorded. And as you can see, our overnight lows tonight will be dropping down into the 50s and 60s. So we have been getting incrementally a little bit warmer over the last couple of days. We're going to continue to see those fair skies all across our region. So we've got that high pressure system across the southeast, and that's what's providing us the dry conditions that we've been seeing across our area. We've had some flare-ups of some light showers that have been taking place just well down to the south of us. And as you can see, other showers are forming and moving on towards the west as well. And we'll continue to see some of those showers trying to make their way onshore beginning tomorrow. But once again, that high pressure system sits right here across the southeast. Winds are coming in out of the east. That's helping to warm us up. And so we are going to keep rain out of the forecast for the next couple of days for our area. This is what it looks like. We will see some showers developing over the southern part of the state, and that takes place late in the day on Monday. And these are showers that are going to be forming out here in the Atlantic They'll be pushed onshore, trying to make their way over to the west coast. They're not going to be very heavy rains coming on in, so less than half an inch of rainfall is expected with those showers. That high pressure system stays on top of us. We have another cold front that's moving across the country and across parts of Texas, so we'll see some showers developing here over portions of the Gulf Coast states, but we are going to be very warm once again with those winds coming in out of the east. And our weather highlights are showing this: sunny and warm for the next several days. Winds will be picking up a little bit once again, and we're also going to be staying dry. Even though we could use the rain, we're not going to see it. This is what it looks like over the next several days, all the way through the 7-day forecast, keeping those temperatures in the low 80s with no rain in sight. Adam?
Now, sports.
The Rays looking to win their second straight series to open the 2017 season. Josh Donaldson and the Blue Jays trying to get out of St. Pete with at least 2 wins. First inning, nobody on for Donaldson, facing Rays starter Jake Odorizzi. Crushes one the other way. Just clears the wall in right, and the Blue Jays would go up 2-0 in the first. Things will get a little tense in the second inning. Logan Morrison grounds to first. Steven Souza Jr. tries to disrupt the double play throw, but Troy Tulowitzki doesn't like it and has some words for the outfielder. The benches would eventually clear, but there is no fight and neither player ejected for the disruption. Souza Jr. did, however, do some serious damage on that mistake from Marco Estrada in the third inning. 1 of 3 home runs for the Rays today. Odorizzi 6 innings, 4 strikeouts, and the Rays win it 7-2. The Lightning are playing their last game tonight after a season of ups and downs. The Bolts will miss the playoffs for the first time since 2013, during which time they were Eastern Conference champs and runners-up in back-to-back seasons. The team finished strong, however, with a 19-10 record since February 4th. Tonight, they look to end 2017 on a high note, and they are leading the Sabres 2-1. Championship round of the Masters tournament in Augusta. Sergio Garcia and Justin Rose tied for the lead and paired together entering the final day, and they are atop the leaderboard right now. As you can see, Rose with a nice 1-stroke lead. Their rounds coming to an end. Both are headed towards 17th hole. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
Sarasota Magazine and PNC Wealth Management present the Best of Sarasota soiree at Selby Gardens on April 24th.
It's an evening to sip, savor, and celebrate Sarasota Manatee's best of winners.
This year will be full of Warhol-inspired surprises, entertainment, and a tribute to those representing the best in our community.
Come join ABC 7 for all the fun.
Get your tickets today at sarasotamagazine.com.
Everything all right? Actually, you know how Tom had knee surgery? Sure. We found out Brad's been taking his painkillers. And it turns out he's been doing it for a while.
Most people don't know what to say about drugs, but we do. Visit us at drugfree.org.
Just go do it. Go do it.
If you're not in control, then who is? Live above the influence.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
This is a special health alert for seniors suffering with joint pain. If you have Medicare insurance, you may qualify for high-quality support braces at little or no cost.
I'm thrilled with my knee braces.
Now, there is a simple and proven solution for seniors to get out of pain with state-of-the-art support braces.
I barely feel any pain at all.
braces for your knees and back, as well as your shoulders and ankles, too.
I'm so happy with the quality of these braces.
Call now, and you could qualify for a pain-relieving brace at little or no cost.
I can play ball again, and it doesn't hurt.
And because of my Medicare coverage, it costs me next to nothing.
So call now.
And because I have this red, white, and blue Medicare card, my braces have cost me just about nothing.
It's true. You may get a knee, back, shoulder, and ankle brace at little or no cost.
They qualified me for 2 knee braces and a back brace.
If you have knee or back pain, give them a call. They can help.
1-800-476-8967. 1-800-476-8967.
And finally tonight, actress Zoe Saldana meets herself. Well, sort of. She is the latest celebrity to be immortalized in wax at Madame Tussauds. The actress reportedly met with artists for more than 2 hours to get more than 250 measurements taken to get her exact look. That's pretty invasive, especially for a woman. Zoe's wax figure is valued at about $350,000.
Wow, it really looks like her, though, doesn't it?
Well done.
I tell you what, now I've never been to the Wax Museum. I understand that it is unbelievable.
It's nice.
Elvis Presley is there.
Yeah.
You have Shrek is there. I mean,
Life
all
size.
sorts of things.
Get to hang out with him.
Isn't that great? Elvis Presley. And they even have one in Tokyo.
Really?
That makes sense to me, though. I think that makes sense. Well, don't they just...
I think they do worship people, you know, American celebrities over there.
I know you see a lot of Asians in Disney World and places like that, so I can appreciate that they would have one there with a great deal of success.
Why not?
Yeah.
But those wax, they are hit and miss. Those
I will
sculptures.
tell you.
Some
and
of
you don't
them,
want to put them outside in a Florida hot sun either, I can tell you that.
Tricky to run one of those around here. If you haven't noticed, we don't have many out and about.
Well, we're going to have a great night tonight. It's beautiful outside. Temperatures will get down into the 60s tonight. It'll be great.
Sarasota Magazine and PNC Wealth Management present the Best of Sarasota Soiree at Selby Gardens on April 24th.
It's an evening to sip, savor, and celebrate Sarasota Manatee's best of winners.
This year will be full of Warhol-inspired surprises, entertainment, and a tribute to those representing the best in our community.
Come join ABC7 for all the fun.
Get your tickets today at sarasotamagazine.com.